WESH 2 News starts now with breaking news.
And that breaking news tonight is out of Seminole County, where Altamont Springs police say they were forced to open fire. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jesse Pagan.
And I'm Nancy Alvarez. We want to get you straight out to WESH 2's Tony Atkins live at this scene on Florida Boulevard. And Tony, police say those shots were fired when a man turned on his wife with a gun this morning.
Well, Nancy, police, they say they got this call around 10:43 this morning. That wife called officers with concerns about her husband's behavior. And on that call, they also say this woman requested a police escort to the house in order to pick up Christmas gifts. Now, officers say the family, they didn't believe that the husband, his name is Stephen Shearer, they don't believe he was at the house, but police eventually found out that he locked himself inside of a bedroom inside the house. Now, at that point, officers told the family member to leave from inside the house as they tried negotiating with Shearer to get him to come outside of the bedroom safely. But during those negotiations, police say Shearer took a handgun, broke out of the bedroom window, and investigators say Shearer then took that gun and went toward the family member standing outside of the home. Now, in response, police say they yelled for him to drop the weapon, and they even used a taser. Officers say he ignored all of that, and eventually he pointed the gun at his wife. An Altamont Springs police officer and a Seminole County Sheriff's deputy both fired their weapons, hitting Shearer. He wasn't killed, but he was taken to a hospital, and now he is charged with aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer. And police, they say that the Altamont Springs police officer who fired that shot, is now placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of an investigation. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is also investigating this. And I do want to also add, I've been talking to people in this neighborhood. There was a family, they said they were opening gifts. They heard the shots, they heard the screams, and they had to usher their kids to the back of the house to avoid any gunfire. Really just a scary situation for people in this very quiet Altamont Springs neighborhood. I'm covering Seminole County live tonight in Altamont Springs. Tony Atkins, WESH 2 News.
All right, Tony, thank you. In Osceola County, a 22-year-old woman is facing charges accused of stabbing and robbing someone in their Kissimmee hotel room. Tonight, deputies say they're still looking for a man wanted in relation to the attack. As
WESH 2's Tonight Gebrigetigas reports, deputies say this all started when the woman felt she wasn't tipped enough for a food delivery. And Avello is being held without bond. Her pretrial hearing is set for tomorrow.
In Volusia County, a man is facing multiple charges accused of breaking into an Edgewater business and stealing a car. Police say 31-year-old Kevin Campana sped off when confronted, sparking a chase. Officers say they used a pit maneuver to get him to stop.
We got a hit, 3 random, start rescue.
That maneuver caused a stolen car to flip. Campana was pulled from the car and arrested. His charges include burglary, grand theft, and fleeing and eluding law enforcement.
In Brevard County, no one is hurt after a mobile home caught on fire in Cocoa. Crews responded to that scene on Ronald Street around 2 o'clock, where the fire spread from one structure to another. Officials say no one was living in either structure at the time.
All right, turning to the forecast tonight, people heading out to celebrate Christmas, first night of Hanukkah. A little cool, a little gray out there, but it's going to change soon.
Yeah, we got some big changes coming our way tomorrow, as a matter of fact. We'll see the chance for some fog tonight, but once that lifts, much warmer temperatures lie ahead of us on Thursday, Friday, and all throughout the weekend. But the immediate headline, of course, is going to be the foggy weather tonight as temperatures settle into the upper 50s and the low 60s. Here we are in Orlando right now, though. Cloudy skies, those have been present all throughout your Christmas Day forecast, and those have kept temperatures fairly comfortable. We actually peaked in the upper 60s, so just a hair below our seasonal average. 64 out the door right now, with that breeze from the north and the east actually beginning to start to pick up at 10 miles per hour. Out on live radar, not too much to be shown, but as we take you through your evening planner, we will show those temperatures finally dip into the upper 50s before midnight, and we'll see that chance for fog returning tonight. It's going to be widespread across the I-4 corridor, and we'll walk you through it hour by hour coming up in the next 15 minutes.
All right, there are only a few days left until the end of 2024, and this year we reported on a variety of stories from across Central Florida.
Today we're taking a look back at some of the most attention-grabbing local headlines of 2024. We start in February when the Volusia County Sheriff's Office shared this video showing a truck driving essentially into the ocean. Deputies say that driver went around a closed gate, accessing the beach without paying a fee. The driver then told deputies, according to them, that it was not his fault that the, quote, truck don't surf.
Then in April, a Central Florida man was accused of climbing a Miami cell phone tower. Video shows him making his way to the top. Officials say more than $100,000 worth of damage was done, and it took 4 hours of negotiations to get that man down.
In June, a Lake County man shot down a Walmart delivery drone he believed was watching him as it flew over his house. Body camera video shows the moments he was confronted by deputies.
I fired one round at it. Now they say I hit it, so I must be a good shot.
Dennis Wynn actually took a plea deal in that shooting earlier this month. A 72-year-old has to complete a pretrial intervention program and pay $5,000 in restitution to the drone company.
In July, New Smyrna Beach police responded to an alarm at a Walgreens, finding a man they say had been locked inside for hours. Officers say he went to the bathroom just before the store closed and was then stuck inside, reportedly helping himself to some snacks. Police say he had spinach dip, soda, chocolate, even cigarettes while waiting to get out of the store.
And in October, Marion County deputies say a man reportedly called 911 on himself after stealing a patrol car. Body camera video showed deputies talking with the man who was laying in a field before he got up and took off toward their cruisers. He reportedly got into one that was unlocked, drove off, and sparked a chase throughout Ocala. Deputies used a pit maneuver to end the chase and then arrested the man. And those are just a few of the stories we covered locally this year.
To get all of your local headlines as they happen, remember to download the WESH 2 mobile app. You can turn on those notifications for any breaking updates straight to your phone.
Now, it's been a milestone year for Central Florida's theme parks. Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld opened new rides with our Park Central team there for every single debut. WESH 2's Christina Watkins takes a look back at the thrills.
Christina will be there for all of it because she has the coolest job out of all of us. All right, the countdown to 2025 is well underway. And as you come up with your goals for the new year, experts are reminding people to focus on your mental health. There are several ways to make mental health a priority in the new year. Experts suggest recommitting to a good sleep regimen, healthy eating habits, and keeping connections with people who respect you and your boundaries. They say you should set realistic expectations and remember to be kind to yourself and others. We have a list of Central Florida organizations offering support and resources right now on WESH.com.
For people who were dreaming of a white Christmas in Central Florida, the beach ended up being a good option. While the crowds wouldn't rival a summer Saturday, a good number of people used the holiday to splash in the surf, stroll on the sand, and do many other beach activities. A family from Indiana even decided to buy a small tree and set it up in the sand at sunrise.
Yeah, my wife said she got a small, cheap one, and I said, we're going to go put it out on the beach and have some fun. There were some people that came by and took some pictures with it.
We had it in our room and then brought it down onto the beach in the sand, and people got to enjoy it. It was just really fun.
And while it was partly cloudy and the temperatures were under 70, people visiting from up north said it felt very comfy. I'm sure a lot of Floridians, though, said it was very cold. Still ahead at 6, a big day for football fans. We break down the 2 NFL games streamed on Netflix this afternoon.
Plus, we look back on how 2024 fared for the space industry, breaking down all of the important missions, record launches, and looking ahead to plans for the future right here in our own backyard in Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Very local, powered by WESH 2. Local news.
Breaking news this morning.
Original series and specials.
I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me.
24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now.
There are enough surprises in your day. Don't let the weather be one of them. Take Central Florida's most accurate forecast with you anywhere. Download the WESH 2 app today.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Advent Health.
2024 was an almost unbelievable year in spaceflight, from a record number of launches on the Space Coast to the Starliner saga and beyond.
Tonight, WESH 2's Michelle Meredith looks back and previews what's ahead for our space industry here in Central Florida. And President-elect Trump has nominated private astronaut and billionaire businessman Jared Isaacman to be the next NASA administrator. Bill Nelson says the SLS rocket will fly and be ready to take the crew of Artemis 2 around the moon by the spring of 2026.
All right, bringing in first warning meteorologist Marquise Mito. Marquise, it's going to warm up a little bit over the next couple days.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the warm up, Jesse. Temperatures will be peaking in the upper 70s, really coming close to the lower 80s over the course of the weekend. But before we get there, foggy weather, that's what's returning tonight. We'll stall out in the upper 50s, low 60s this evening, heading into Thursday morning with an overnight low of 59 degrees. And you just got to take it careful on the road. Be cautious, please, because we do have dense fog set to return to central Florida surrounding the I-4 corridor. Heading into the end of your work week and beginning of the weekend, temperatures just keep rising. 78 for your high on Friday, 79 degrees on Saturday. So coming really close to the 80s heading into the weekend coming up. But what's sliding in tonight is that shot at foggy weather. That's coming off the shoreline of the Atlantic with that northerly component to your breeze. Right now, temperatures, those have retreated to the upper 60s if you are in Daytona. And notice this, there's only 1 degree of separation between your temperature and your dew point. Therefore, your relative humidity, that sits at 96%. Daytona likely going to be one of the first places to see that fog settle in overnight. And then it'll spread towards the south and the west, where we have temperatures now in the mid-60s in Orlando, Bithlo, Winter Haven, all showing current temperatures of 64 degrees. Throughout the day, it's been cloudy here in central Florida. Cloudy and cool. It's almost like Santa Claus swept in, and what he brought with him was a chill of the air today. Temperatures peaked just under 70 everywhere that you look, and tonight will drop back into the upper 50s with mostly cloudy skies still sticking around and that shot at fog early out the door tomorrow morning. Elsewhere, though, we'll drop back to the lower 50s across I-75. 53 is a common number from Ocala through the Villages. Wildwood, you guys will share similar morning lows. A touch warmer out towards the east, 59 as you wake up in Orlando tomorrow. So ultimately, as you put the numbers together, you'll be anywhere between 52 and 64 degrees with fog returning late. But we can see that first shot of patchy fog in our northernmost counties just after midnight. And then here comes the spread, right? Across I-75, take a look at this visibility restriction. Down to less than a mile in the villages, half a mile, quarter mile in Wildwood, and next to near zero in parts of Marion County if you're up north and west in Ocala, and that'll spread across I-75 as well. So please, before the fog does lift, if you don't need to travel, stay indoors, and if you do need to, just make sure you are traveling slowly. Golf impact for tomorrow for those of us who want to try out the new clubs on the day after Christmas. That shows none, right? Just cloudy in the morning, foggy early on, but warmer weather, a little bit more sunshine in the afternoon. Then as we head into the weekend, we'll stay partly cloudy for the Pop-Tarts Bowl as the Iowa State Cyclones take on the Miami Hurricanes with temperatures in the mid-70s. At the start of the game, we'll peak right around 79 in the afternoon. A touch cooler on Sunday as we wrap up your weekend with another shot at rain sliding in from the west. Here comes our next frontal boundary, and that'll take you down into the mid-70s on Monday. Warmer on New Year's Eve, cooler on the day after. New Year's Day, 73 degrees as sunshine returns to Central Florida.
All right, Marquise, thank you. Western Sports' Zach Maskovich is here. And Zach, Christmas Eve, kind of a slow day. Christmas Day, not so much. I mean, we've even got a Beyonce concert today.
We sure do. Beyonce's playing right now as we talk on Netflix. But we have the NBA and the NFL taking center stage. We're going to talk about both of them coming up next in sports. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs seeking the #1 overall seed in the playoffs. All they needed was a win over the Steelers. And spoiler alert, Kansas City dominated this game. Sports is next.
Every year, we are met with new challenges. Challenges that give way to opportunities to serve our communities and champion those making a difference. As we look forward to a new year, WESH 2 will be there, telling all of your stories. The challenges, the triumphs, the celebrations, to help you build a stronger bond to this place we call home. WESH 2 News. Local, live, late-breaking. WESH 2 Sports is sponsored by Mullinax Ford. Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on over 1,200 new Fords during the year-end sales event at Mullinax. Now, WESH 2 Sports, sponsored by Mullinax Ford.
Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, everyone. I'm Zach Maskovich. I hope everyone is enjoying time with their family. And while Christmas Day used to be the NBA's time to shine, the NFL decided to step in and steal the show. 2 NFL games today, streamed on, you guessed it, Netflix. That'll do it for your look at sports on this Christmas Day. The news at 6 rolls on after this.
We've got several stories we're following for you tonight at 7.
If you're already thinking of possible New Year's resolutions, experts have one for you to consider, and it focuses on mental health. Some simple things to help you ease the stress and improve your mental well-being.
And a new breed of rocket is on standby for a wet rehearsal. What the rocket is and who built it at 7. That is WESH 2 News at 6 for tonight. NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt is next.
We'll see you again at 7 and then at 10 and 11. Have a great night. Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah.